many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
Come and try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Come and try some creative cooking.
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
Come and try some creative cooking.
This time it turned
What are my orders?
Sure.
What is the situation?
Gather! Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same did. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll get, even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to... Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading. When we get the chance, we'll just ask some... Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. To a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? All right then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we... Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, That's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these.
Sorry.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But... So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rain.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her. That incense typically has no effect on most people. But for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll... Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced the power... If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Whoa, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, so even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, the rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to for now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best, hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about... What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet early. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Yesterday, he told me of 5 dozen.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful.
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't...
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, without...
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take... And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the 7.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave...
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really...
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be... They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps, as we make... Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these 2 lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the 7 is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure... Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with, by the way, Kale, do you know any...
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukudavata, or less...
Huh? Greater Lord Rook. Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh.
And then...
Huh? You're not too sure? But
yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. But anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment. But if you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but...
Sorry. I was rambling on just now.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious plot. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But,
so that...
Yep, so please know that you two have my I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright,
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
We're way behind schedule.
Looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the stat. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of... Nice work! That's one clean statue! Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey! Don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides,
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll... whoops!
Ah! No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something.
You really know how to comp. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all...
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone...
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything? Everyone has their...
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his response. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his... In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pocket.
Really? Paimon would... Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die?
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about... Hey! Now even That's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some primordial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. But...
no, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to...
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back.
Stabilize!
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have...
Dead on my feet. I think I'll stay here.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go...
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though. She has...
So, Tainari, what...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere.
Shh! Kale's asleep.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past, but she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something...
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigue. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more... Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to...
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely... However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been...
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her...
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this...
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is... Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about... Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary... All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients...
Yeah, we'd like to do something to...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially...
No problemo!
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover...
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, we'll rendezvous here once you've...
All right, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet... Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It's...
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name!
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But couldn't they just... Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting...
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with...
Wait, Tainari, why don't...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wild...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a danger. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, we typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look...
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Thank you. But I must warn you. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Quake!
Illusion shattered! There is no escape! Healthy body, healthy mind.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. Now, destroy the tumors of the withering. Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make make it sound like we did.
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able... If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to...
Huh? But why...
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that... By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface, although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a... Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irmin. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is and as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken...
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back.
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the
Oh, her? How could we...
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, what...
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to hers. I've got some emergency rations set aside for
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take... So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know that she...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro... And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize, because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed, I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with That
sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may know. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, what? Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh.
way behind schedule.
Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. Glaze over.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Order guide you. Rise!
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! escape!
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good!
Solidify!
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you—
Strange place. Clotting.
Next on the agenda...
Stabilize!
For Rex Lapis!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Access denied.
New life.
I will have order! Crumble!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh him before. What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling. But don't you fret now. Today will be...
What do we do? We haven't... Oh, there she is! Quick, let's... Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. We bet... Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari's...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this...
Well, actually, we didn't bring the... We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some
Oh, really? I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So, you're able to...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before, and you needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy them.
So, Hypatia, just what kind...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Earth. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature...
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes...
empty box that Tainari gave us. Oh, it smells amazing.
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients, since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Earth...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why...
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born Ale would cause it... Not to worry, though. It appears you've... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spirit-born Ale should no longer...
Well, that's really...
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life.
Whoa, you're really serious?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irmin. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds, while sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge. And touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities, that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm, while minimizing...
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being.
Well, it's strange because nearly...
Huh. Is that true?
Yes. Well, to an extent. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions... The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly... It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World Forget Me. What could that possibly... If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already...
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions,